Welcome to the Junior League of Washington's annual Meg Graham Scholarship presentation. In this video, you'll learn about Meg Graham's inspiring legacy, how to apply for the scholarship, and key tips for making your application stand out. We're here to help you through every step of the process. Let's get started. So who is Meg Graham? Reverend Margaret M. Meg Graham was a passionate advocate for social justice and a respected leader in both business and public policy. She served as president of the Association of Junior Leagues International from 1980 to 1982, and in recognition of her impact on the community, the Junior League of Washington established a volunteer service award in her name. In 2003, she received the Mayor's Community Service Award for her dedication to children and volunteerism and was described as an urban priest who walks the community. Reverend Graham saw service as a calling, reflecting her lifelong commitment to making a positive impact. We encourage you to read her full bio for more about her inspiring legacy. I'd like to give you an overview of the presentation. This presentation is divided in 3 parts: how to apply, how applications are assessed, and the semifinalist interview preparation. For more information, visit the JLW website or email scholarship@jlw.org with any questions about the application process. This presentation is not intended to encompass all aspects or requirements of the application. The deadlines and requirements are updated annually on the JLW website and on the scholarship application. These take precedence over the information provided here. Please be sure to read the full updated guidelines alongside this presentation. For more information, visit the JLW website or email scholarship@jlw.org with any questions about the application process. Part 1, how to apply. Eligibility criteria include the following. The student must be a Washington, D.C. resident, attend a public, charter, private, or parochial high school in Washington, D.C., be matriculating to an accredited 4-year post-secondary college or university in the upcoming fall, be in good academic standing with a minimum 3.0 cumulative grade point average on a 5.0 scale, and have a record of volunteer leadership and commitment to continued volunteer leadership. The application process and general timeline are as follows. The applications are due late February to early March. Semifinalists will be selected late March. Interviews will be around April. Scholarship recipient will be notified around the end of April, and the award presentation typically around the end of May. Please, however, refer to the JLW website and application for specific deadlines. Also, here's an overview of the required materials. 1, the Meg Graham application, which is a smart sheet form. 2, the official transcript. 3, the college acceptance letter must have a minimum of 1. 4, your letters of recommendation, 2 are required. 5, a list of volunteer activities. 6, a list of extracurricular activities. And 7, an essay, 2 are required. The Smart Sheet application can be completed via the JLW Smart Sheet. This is how you will complete the Meg Graham Scholarship. You must confirm you meet the minimum requirements before applying and complete the form when all the materials are ready for submission. The official transcript and acceptance letter. First of all, the official high school transcript is very important because it verifies your grade point average and volunteer service hours. The number of service hours must match the number on the list of volunteer activities. You must attach proof of acceptance to an accredited 4-year post-secondary institution. However, this acceptance does not need to be the school that you plan on attending. Pro tip, please request your transcript from your school administrators or guidance counselor as soon as possible so they have ample time to compile the documentation and send it on to you. Also, you will need 2 letters of recommendation. 1 letter may be from a faculty member from your high school, and then you need 1 letter from a supervisor or sponsor of volunteer work. Ideally, this could be from the organization that you discuss in your essay. An important pro tip for this is to request your recommendation letters early with a deadline before the final Meg Graham Scholarship due date to allow a buffer. Once received, please submit them through the application portal. Also, you'll need a list of volunteer activities. The list of volunteer activities from grades 9 through 12, along with hours signed and verified by a school faculty member. Next, you'll need a list of extracurricular activities. You must provide a list of extracurricular activities, including position, or leadership description, organization name, and details of honors and accomplishments. A pro tip for this is if you've submitted the Common App with any of your college applications and the write-up aligns with the review of criteria above, you can submit that section to fulfill the requirement for the extracurricular activities list. Now, I want to speak with you specifically about essays. When I talk about essays, I want to highlight with you the importance of the 2 essays alone accounting for 50% of the student's review score for the Meg Graham Scholarship. So the essays are weighted very heavily. This hopefully says to you the importance of these and therefore putting a lot of time and effort into completion of the essays. Essay number 1 specifically is going to be about a meaningful volunteer experience. So you may be asked, think about what was your impact on the community? How did the experience personally affect you? What sets this involvement apart from your other volunteer activities? Please discuss how you demonstrated leadership through this work. A pro tip for essay number 1 is provide specific examples to communicate how your volunteer work has shaped your personal goals or influenced your career interests. Essay number 2 will be your personal goal statement. In this, you'll want to outline your goals for the next 5 to 10 years, include any desired college courses or career paths and skills you aim to develop in college and beyond. An important pro tip for essay number 2 is please leverage available resources such as teachers, college counselors, or librarians for guidance while brainstorming, drafting, and refining your essay. These persons' insights can help clarify ideas and improve your writing. Now we get to the important part of reviewing your submission. We want you to be sure to double check your application materials before submitting. You'll need to ensure you have all aspects of the application when you submit it. Next, naming conventions. It's very important to follow naming conventions so it's easy to find that you have all the parts of the application. So please follow the below naming conventions for submitting application documents. For example, open quotations, last name, underscore transcript, underscore MG, and the year, close quotations. Open quotations, last name, underscore recommendation 1, underscore MG, the year, close quotations. Then you could have open quotations, last name, underscore volunteer activities, underscore MG, year, close quotations. And then you do this for essays and other pieces, etc. Now let's move to part 2 of our process, how the applications are assessed. It's very important to think about how these applications are assessed and evaluated. As was earlier stated, the essays are super important because the essays alone will account for 50% of the student's review score. So if you're a candidate for this application, you want to put a lot of time and effort into the 2 essay questions. We'll also be looking at, do you meet the minimum requirement of service hours as required by DCPS? Does your grade point average reflect academic excellence? To what extent do your recommendations highlight your achievements and future potential? Do your lists of volunteer service and extracurricular activities effectively showcase your motivation, leadership abilities, and commitment to service? And have you been accepted into at least one four-year college university? How the applications are assessed and evaluated. Essay number 1, volunteer experience, we'll be looking at, for example, understanding, why a particular service activity is meaningful to you. We're looking for detailed, coherent reflections. How has your community impacted you and your community? How has this experience impacted you and your community? We're going to look for a narrative on personal growth and contributions to something that's greater than yourself. And maybe how have you demonstrated leadership? Have you led a team, started an initiative, or improved something that wasn't working? In this, we're going to be looking for a candidate with initiative, problem-solving skills, and a forward-thinking outlook. Essay number 2, about the personal statement. We're going to be looking for thoughtful responses from students who can coherently connect previous experiences with their plans for the future. And a student's intended major does not have to precisely line up with the student's volunteer work, but the student should be able to identify skills he or she has learned, life lessons gained, etc. A strong essay will demonstrate clear, coherent goals with a thoughtful roadmap to achievement. And please remember again, the essays alone account for 50% of the candidate's overall score when being reviewed. Let's move to part 3, how to prep for the interview. How to prepare for the interview. Well, 1, research the scholarship. Be prepared to describe how your educational goals align with the JLW's mission, including the Meg Graham Scholarship objectives. Next, practice for the interview. Prepare a list of questions you're likely to get asked. For example, how will the Meg Graham Scholarship Award further your educational and professional goals? Can you describe your volunteer role, the tasks you've performed, and the impact you made? A pro tip for preparing for the interview is prepare a few questions that you will ask the interviewer. Then you can practice with a family or friend in a mock interview. Next, you want to make a good impression on the interview. First off, be punctual, be on time to your interview. Dress for success. This means wearing appropriate attire such as a nice dress, top or shirt, slacks, skirt, and a school uniform. Answer questions honestly and concisely. Ask prepared questions to the interviewer, and be sure to thank the interviewer for his or her time and close by highlighting your personal attributes and goals that you think make you the best candidate for the Meg Graham Scholarship. And lastly, show confidence. For more information about the Meg Graham Scholarship, please visit https://washington.jl.org/community impact-2/students/. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing your application, and we wish you the best of luck as you prepare for the Meg Graham Scholarship.